Hi there, my name's Colin and this is the Action Figure Resource video channel, the place for all your action figure news, reviews, tutorials and guides. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy my videos. Today we're taking a look at the Deluxe Batman action figures released by Kenner in 1991 and 1992. In 1991 they released 3 Deluxe Crime Master Edition figures as part of the Dark Knight collection. These were Blast Shield Batman, Claw Climber Batman and Night Glider Batman. These figures were also released in 1992 as part of the Batman Returns line, but as Toys R Us exclusives and different names. The Blast Shield Batman was released as Bowler Bullet Batman. Night Glider Batman was re-released as Polar Blast Batman. And the only one that kept his name was the Claw Climber Batman, that was only repackaged in a Batman Returns box. All these figures and their accessories remained exactly the same as those released in the Dark Knight collection. Collectors have concentrated more on these deluxe figures than the basic blister pack figures, as they were produced in much lower quantities. The packaging for these figures was very generic, with a small see-through window on the front right-hand side. On the top left-hand corner there was the black and white Batman logo. Also, the front featured an artist's impression of the figure that took up most of the left-hand side of the box, with the window display taking up the right-hand side. On the bottom left-hand corner was the Kenner logo in blue. The top left-hand side had the names of the different variants of Batman written in yellow and black fonts. The window part of the box was framed in yellow also. On the reverse of the box, at the top, were some images displaying how to use the figure's special features. The bottom part featured images of other figures and vehicles in this line. Before I take a closer look at these figures, please take a few seconds to subscribe below, smash the like button, and click on the bell icon to be informed of all my future videos. When you click on the bell icon, don't forget to select all from the drop-down menu. Don't forget to wait to the end of the video in order to get your free downloadable Batman action figures collector's guide. The first figure we're going to look at today is the Blast Shield Batman.
actionfigureresource.com. Yesterday's toys, today's treasures.
The Blast Shield Batman had a black and grey suit with a gold belt buckle and gold highlights on the Batman logo on his chest. He also had white painted eyes, whereas the basic Bowler Bullet Batman was painted with a solid black suit. The paint job on this figure gave him a very classic look. Kenner also did a great job with the sculpting, with his exaggerated muscles popping out on his body. Like the other Kenner Batman figures, this had articulation on the neck, shoulders and hips. The figure came with a removable cloth cape and a double barrel bowler gun. The bowler gun was a bat-winged shaped shield with 2 long barrels that shot missiles. The bowler missile launcher had to be assembled out of the box and came with a clip that attached around Batman's body, and the bowler launcher could then be attached to this, ready for Batman's use. The bowler missile launcher came bagged in clear baggies and had to be assembled out of the box. It also came equipped with a C-clip that fitted around Batman's waist that it could be attached to in order for Batman to use. The Blast Shield Batman was re-released in the Batman Returns line as a deluxe exclusive Toys R Us figure with different packaging and called the Bowler Bullet Batman. This figure and accessory were exactly the same as the Blast Shield Batman. Mint in the box, the Blast Shield Batman sells for between $25 and $40. Loose, it sells for between $4.99 and $15. The next Crime Masters figure we're going to take a look at is the Claw Climber Batman. The Claw Climber Batman had wings like a bat that moved, could climb walls and buildings, and fired missiles. So what wasn't there to like about this? The Claw Climber Batman was painted with a purple suit with a gold belt and black highlight that gave the figure a very sleek, glossy look. He came with the usual articulation on the neck, shoulders and hips. He also had a removable cloth cape and his Claw Climber bat device with moving wings and a firing missile launcher. The Claw Climber device gave Batman the ability to climb walls and buildings or slide across a wire line. It was shaped like a bat with slightly curved wingtips that enabled it to hook onto surfaces. The wings could also be moved back and forth. This was later re-released as an exclusive Toys R Us Deluxe figure in the Batman Returns line, but with the same name and new packaging. Mint on the card, the Claw Climber Batman goes for between $18 to $45, mint in the box, and loose for between $6 to $10. The last of the Deluxe Crime Masters edition figures is the Night Glider Batman. The Night Glider Batman was armed with a giant glider that had movable wings and a hook to capture his enemies. He came wearing an excellently painted white and grey suit with a gold belt and a black on gold Batman logo on his chest. The Night Glider Batman also came with a removable cape. His giant glider device had movable white wings and a capture hook at the bottom. The glider fitted onto Batman's back like a backpack using a C-clip that clipped around his waist. The wings had fantastic articulation and could be moved up and down as well as back and forth. They could also fold to form a protective shield around him. There was also a capture hook at the bottom of the pack that could be released to capture the Penguin or Catwoman and then wound back up to bring them to justice. As with the Blast Shield Batman and the Claw Climber Batman, this figure was also re-released as a Toys R Us exclusive in the Batman Returns line as the Polar Blast Batman in the Batman Returns packaging. Mint in the box, the Night Glider Batman sells for between $20 and $35, and loose he sells for between $10 to $15. Please note, with the Night Glider Batman, I saw several of these listed on Buy It Now for around the $99 mark. However, this is well overpriced, so please do not buy at this price. Instead, be a little bit patient and you will pick one up at a lot less than this. As already mentioned, these figures were re-released in the Batman Returns line as Toys R Us exclusive deluxe figures in 1992. The Blaster Shield Batman was re-released as Bowler Strike Batman. This figure was exactly the same with the same accessory but in Batman Returns packaging. Mint in the box, this sells for between $20 and $30. The Claw Climber Batman was re-released also in the Batman Returns line, but this was not renamed or retooled in any way, but just had the packaging changed. Mint in the box, the Claw Climber Batman sells for about the same price as the Bowler Bullet Batman. That is $20 to $30. Lastly, we have the Polar Blast Batman, which was a repackaged version of the Night Glider Batman from the Dark Knight collection. This sells for between $7.50 and $25 mint in the box. Please note, all prices mentioned in this video are correct at the time of filming in February 2021. Also, all prices are for informational purposes only and are not an offer or solicitation to buy any at these prices. Please take a few seconds to subscribe below, smash that like button, and click on the bell icon to be informed of all my future videos. When you click on the bell icon, make sure you select all in order to be informed of all my videos. Don't forget to download my free Batman Collector's Guide here, and make sure you check out the rest of my Batman action figure guides here.
actionfigureresource.com. Yesterday's toys, today's treasures.